Hi, welcome to the channel. I had a great weekend playing Orks at a 2-day RTT in Belper, hosted by tabletopevents.co.uk, and the Orks did me proud. As usual for me, I built my list around something silly, and in this event, it was a 440-point Forge World Gargantuan Squiggoth. I agreed with the TO before the event to bring a proxy for that unit, and this is it, the Station Forge model, and it is gloriously massive and ace on the table, and it was loads of fun to play. My first game was against Imperial Knights, which always seems to be my first game. I went second and the shooting was painful, but even more painful was the melee they had too. I held my war to turn 2 and got loads of charges off, but it didn't seem to make that much of a difference. High toughness is always hard, and I lost an anti-vehicle unit in a combat interrupt, which was painful. The Knights Feel No Pain helped them out, keeping the Lancer alive, which can fight on death too. The reroll 1 seemed to convert every time, and Canis Rex is ridiculous, exploding 5s in melee, strength 20, 9 damage, it one-shotted my giant monster. Fun game, but uphill struggle to a loss of 99 to 58. Hoping for an easier next game, I ended up with Chaos Demons with 1 win. I had first turn, which was just taking the board, as most of the demons were off the table or shielded by Be'lakor's aura. Not being able to shoot as orcs isn't that much of a problem. My giant model in the middle tempted the demons out, and I killed Be'lakor in the fight back, and after failing the charge, next turn I killed a Bloodthirster. I had good rolling and secondary cards on my side, which always helps. I have to recommend a unit of Blood Crushers for demon players, and backed up by a Renmaster as they were great in melee, dealt loads of mortal wounds on the charge, and then buffed up with +1 strength, AP and damage. Melee was doing well though all the time. Still a hard fought game, but I came away with a win of 84 to 60. Last game of day 1 was Caustodes. I went second and called the war anyway on first turn, and happily my opponent moved forward anyway, which I guess is the Caustodes way, but I got loads of charges off. I think it was about 5. Fight first is horrible, and although toned down by the data slate by not happening as much and having smaller squads, it really hurts. And my opponent seems to be able to use that ability every turn anyway. Caustodes are in a great place. Yes, the faction rule is less useful as mortal wounds are less common, but they're so strong and durable. Really tactical game, all about melee and positioning, and it came down to the final turn, some shenanigans and Trajan rolling 1s to hit my Grot Tank, for me to pull a win of 60 to 50. Game 4, feeling fresher the next day and played Grey Knights, which was new for me as I hadn't experienced their movement tricks before. I went second and was hit by a barrage of mortal wounds, psychic attacks, turn 1 deep striking, firing a million dice into my home field objective. My movement was so key as if you move within 9 of a squad for a CP they can go back in reserves, and another squad could do the same if you shoot them. I had to be really careful not to allow my opponent that ability, and while he had such a big turn 1 push, I was able to jump on him, having 2 really good turns of melee. I was able to swarm the board and control primary for the whole game, while Grey Knights and their tricks were fantastic on secondaries and pulled ahead there. I think Grey Knights are going to be one to watch. Really fun game, super tactical, my head hurt afterwards, but I pulled off a win of 98-81. Game 5, and as it turned out a few players won 3-1, so this last game was crucial. Unfortunately I played Index Tyranids and a chap who wins these events most times. I went second again, that's only 1 first turn in the whole weekend, and got blasted. The Nid shooting really hurt me. I held the war to turn 2 as the Nids held back and used Spore Mines to rack up fixed secondary points. I did well on missions but had a high attrition rate. A turning point was Gaz killing an injured Hierodule, which fought on death and killed him back. Fought all the way to the end, and while I hardly had anything left compared to the Nids, I was still scoring and finished up with a super close loss of 76 to 73. Really fun weekend, and I went 3 wins, 2 losses, and actually came 3rd overall with a £15 prize. I really like the Orks at the moment, but I still haven't figured out the Knights problem. Any thoughts, drop them in the comments. My list is in the description as well, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!